Hey guys, Lennon here with Passivo Real Estate Investments, and today we talk about units turnover. What happens when a tenant vacates one of your units? So you might be thinking, well, Lennon, as a passive investor, I don't really care. Like, that's not something that I'm gonna be taking care of. Well, yes, while that is true, you definitely wanna understand the process, at least at the macro level, so you know what questions to ask and you actually understand how the team that you're investing with is going to handle this process. Actually, the process is really straightforward. You have step one, which is to make the units rent ready. All that means is to at least perform the basic repairs and maintenance due to wear and tear that the unit needs to obviously be rented out to the next tenant. But those could be basic, again, repairs and maintenance, or depending on the business plan, it could actually be full-blown renovation, meaning whole new flooring, new painting, new windows, new light fixtures, new countertops and kitchen appliances, new bathroom sink, the whole 9 yards. Then you have step two, which is actually the marketing of these units to the general public. And step two doesn't need to come after step one is completed. Actually, if you ask me, they should overlap. A good team is gonna go ahead and have their marketing efforts in place and their marketing campaigns already in place, so that while the units are being renovated, you are gonna build a list of build a list of potential tenants for that unit. And ultimately, when the unit is ready, they could come to the property, visit tour the property, visit the units, and ultimately from that, after that process, you're gonna go ahead and select from the applications who the tenant is going to be for that unit, right? So that's going to be step three, which is basically signing a new lease and placing a new quality tenant in that newly renovated unit. Then the question really comes down to, okay, but what's the cost associated with the unit turns? Well, when it comes to dollars spent, we're talking, you have three steps, right? Like make the units rent ready, marketing, and actually signing a new lease. Well, on those three steps, you're gonna be spending money, right? On the renovations, you can spend from a typical classic turn from $500 up to a full-blown renovation of $10,000, $12,000, okay? And then on marketing, you're gonna be spending some dollars there as well throughout the year. And then also, you're gonna be spending money on just general and admin fees to basically process the new lease and do the screening of the tenants and all of that, right? But the important thing that we need to think about is, okay, not only what the actual dollar amount is that we're spending during renovations or during the unit turns, but what is the real cost behind it? Well, the real cost, it's time. The downtime of these units, meaning that the time that these units are not leased and are not rented, it's time that you're not making money. You're not generating income from those units. And well, as you might know already, we're not in the business of not making money. We're in the business of making money and having units leased and having tenants pay the rents. So if that's what's going on while the units are being renovated, meaning you have a vacant unit, then this time actually becomes your biggest asset and actually becomes your biggest cost. And as you might know, and I think you do, time is money. So the whole aspect of unit renovations and unit turns needs to be thought about from the lens of, okay, how efficient am I being, and how efficient is my team when it comes to taking one unit from vacant to occupied, and how is that process looking? Again, not only in terms of dollars amount, but in terms of the timeline. How short is that period of time, or how can my team can minimize that downtime so that ultimately we go back to making money as quick as possible? So now my question to you, or rather the question that you should be asking yourself, is how is my team managing this process? Like, what are the strategies that they have in place to minimize tenant turnover or to minimize downtime when it comes to units turnover? with all that said, I appreciate you guys being here, watching our videos. If you found value in this video, please go ahead and share it with someone that also might find value in watching this video. And ultimately, please go ahead and like it, subscribe, make a comment if you have an idea about what I just talked about, or idea for future videos that we should be talking about. Also, please don't forget to go to Passivo REI/dream and download our ebook, which is free, and I think you're gonna love, because it talks about the 4 investing rules for the new American dream. Basically, it talks about how we think about achieving financial and time freedom. Thank you, and see you on the next one.